After a treacherous journey of being pursued by moose, dodging the Mounties, and seeking shelter in the nearest Tim Hortons. This is pre-workout, not coffee. I actually despise coffee. I survived the worst Canadian Canadian stereotypes are strange. Poutine is widely known across the globe for its suspiciously viscous and salty goodness as you bite into it. Is it hyped the absolute fuck up? Yes. Yes it is. Is it still absolutely delicious? Also yes. Tastier than your mom's ass. Personally, for me, myself, as well as anyone else that went to my high school, we went down to local mall so that we could get a $5 poutine, and it was this massive styrofoam box that enveloped, it was overfilled, juicy cheese, delicious goodness, carbohydrates and fat overflowing and bringing your levels up through the roof. Quite possibly one of the most incurable forms of cancer and diabetes that I will gladly take on 100% willingly. Even knowing the risk on hand, yes, it's very good. Things like the Imma bars, Kraft Dinner, and Pop-Tarts. Noise.
Poutine. Loved it.
But what about that Timmy's, mate?
Countries around the world all have their own specific and unique restaurants that are subjective to the area in which they reside. That goes for things like Chick-fil-A or Tim Hortons. Canada doesn't have a Chick-fil-A. We have Tim Hortons and other things, whereas the States has things and other things as well. We share a lot, but we have things they don't, and they have things we don't. That's just how it works. At this point, it does kind of fall into the basis of Canadian heritage, as we've kind of adopted it from the joke. However, we can't really consider that anymore, or me personally, because it's now a Brazilian company. I also just don't like coffee, and this had pre-workout, but it was a hot chocolate.
Where on God's green earth is the fucking road?
Maple syrup is a gelatinous liquid that Canadians have often and always associated with either having an addiction, it's in our blood, we drink it, or we use it as lube. That's a lie. Don't do that. Just like you're going at it, it gets dry and you get stuck. Like, what are you gonna do?
I've certainly heard some stories of people in Ontario shotgunning that stuff with booze faster than American school.
You use it for pancakes, that's about it. I haven't had pancakes in like 3 months or something like that. No one uses it for anything else, although Canadian companies have kind of capitalized off of that by making drinks and stuff. Because it was a big joke now. No one uses it for anything else, stuff like that. And I'd like to point out to the fucking Americans watching the video right now. The largest exporter of maple syrup in the world is Canada. However, the United States of America is the largest importer of maple syrup in the world. You guys can make fun of us for as much as you want for making it, a lot of it, when none of us use it for anything else except pancakes, when you guys are the ones that are taking all of it and eating more of it, like fat fucking rats. So take this stereotype that you have about us, you know, consuming all sorts of maple syrup, shove it into your guns, and then fire it up your ass. Because you're full of it. Not shit, at this point it would just be maple syrup, because you're eating more of it, so like... Canadian accents tend to differ far and wide because of the sheer size as well as the small population to size ratio.
Go time! Go time!
Look at that fucking treasure trail.
What's up with your fucking body hair, Big Shoots? You look like a 12-year-old Dutch girl. Your aesthetician coiffed that for you?
You can kiss my aesthetician. You guys do CrossFit?
You can cross fuck off.
Quebecois have a deeper, more slurred-sounding English accent, you know, because they speak French.
You're so close to the urinals for you, piece of shit. This is how a real man rocks a piss. Give your balls a tug, tit fucker.
And then from the prairies, from what I've noticed, is that we have the classic, oh, fuck yeah, bud. If we're angry or excited in somewhere like Saskatchewan, in rural parts for the most part, but you still hear it sometimes in the city, if you're angry or excited, fuck turns into fuck. Like, the fuck you doing over there, bud? Yeah. Of course, with any country, or large country of that matter, you're gonna have lots of variations. From my experience, it seems like a lot of like northern states, Northern America, and a lot of Canada itself seems to share a very, very kind of unison accent. It varies from place to place. However, especially in rural areas where accents really kind of haven't developed into a more modern sounding voice, more like my sweet sultry voice that we have, smooth as butter. Is butter smooth? I bet you and that ass is smooth. Legitimately, I don't know why I keep talking about ass today, I'm sorry. And there we are, the key word, and that brings us to our next topic on how apologetic or how sorry we are. You know, we're always said we're polite, we're very polite people, we're always apologizing for everything. Is that true? Yes and no. Let me explain. Of course, we would be better off in life being more carefree and polite. The world just needs to be mutually respectful to people within their daily lives, and through personal experience, the reception has been quite greatly received on my end. Some people think we live in igloos, or we ride polar bears, or moose to school. No, we don't do that. It is quite cold, yes. In the winters, we can get to temperatures of minus 40 degrees Celsius. I don't know the Fahrenheit. I'm going to put that on the screen for you because I don't know that off the top of my head. Yes, although Canada can reach temperatures of minus 40 degrees Celsius, it also reaches temperatures of plus 40 degrees Celsius. I feel even though Canada is really testicles falling off freezing cold, Canada is more of a country with extreme weather than just cold. We have about 6 months of cold and 6 months of heat, both of which can kill you.
Where on God's green earth is the fucking road?
In the summer of 2021 in Western Canada, we actually had over 800 people die just from the heat dome alone that we had that was occupying the airspace around it. Canada isn't just cold, it's more of a country with just extreme weather. We have blazing hot summers, we have freezing cold winters, and then we have wind all times of the year. Lots of wind. I hate it. Do we fuck moose? No. Not all of us can be Tom Green. You can't, and even on TV, it isn't cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. Poutine is fucking delicious. Try it, eat it, you will love it, get the cancer. Bye.